There's something about
live.
You. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. We are raging with Hazzum Productions today. We've got Rodney Fyke Tina McElhinney. We love having them here. They're so much fun. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to hit our intro, and we'll be right back after this. But we are live streaming to Facebook. Facebook is ass. So go to YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Share it out with friends. And tune in. If you have comments or anything like that and want to hang out, go to YouTube. We're also streaming to Twitter, but you can't interact there either. So
just go to YouTube.
Just go to YouTube. Friggin' hit the button. All right, I'm going to hit the intro. We'll be right back. After this, we're raging with Hazzum Productions.
Raging.
Welcome, everybody. This is Meredith Walkren. Anita is making me work on my birthday. What's that? Why? Anyway, I'm going to drop the card and say, hello. Oh, you guys need to be in honor. There you go. Hello.
Sherman found the spider.
So,
Oh,
I haven't seen that in weeks.
Hi. So I have a mystery package and a mystery box, which my husband's been looking at this for about a week. I've been looking at this for about a week.
got to open the package first.
Meredith, do not open.
Well, say you got to save the best for last.
Meredith, do not open. This means you. Let me see. There you go.
Somebody told me that you open things you're not supposed to open.
Or she doesn't even pay attention because you'll Meredith, tell him the story. Tell him what you did to poor Pat when he tried to propose to you.
Oh, that was a Christmas. That was a Christmas card.
Yeah, what'd you do with it, Meredith?
Well, okay, a little bit of backstory first, okay? we don't do Christmas cards. My family's terrible with it. All right, we basically open up the card. If there's no money in it, we toss it over our shoulder.
Like you do.
Okay, that's just the way it's
That's
always
the spirit
been.
of Christmas.
But I mean, because like when I was a kid, my grandparents would throw in like a $5 check and be like, "Oh, there's a check," toss the card. So it's Christmas time, and it was actually a horrible day. I mean, it was awful. I think that was the year my father was in the hospital. My baby sister was in another hospital with her baby. And I think there was one other hospital involved.
Jeez.
Yeah, so it was awful. And so it was kind of quiet in the house. It's at the end of the night. I've got a raging migraine. And Pat and I are alone in the house. And he goes, "Do you want to open a gift?" And I was like, "Yeah, okay, sure." I mean, I really didn't want to. I just wanted to go to bed. I was like, fuck this shit. I'm out. So anyway, he hands me a card and a little box. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, whatever. Open up the card, read it. It's a really pretty poem. It was very romantic. I didn't realize it was a proposal. So I was like, yeah, okay, that's nice. And I put it on the side. And I opened up a little gift. And I'm looking at the ring. And I'm like this. What the hell is this? And he goes, "Did you read the card?" And I was just like, huh. Because we had talked about not getting married. I'm wife number 3. He's husband number 2. Okay. We had this discussion. And so having this ring in my hand and a pretty poem, I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So that was his opportunity to run. Okay. He didn't take it. The man's a fool. Yeah. So
Well, that's why I had Tina write it all over the box, because you don't read anything. You just do.
I just do. I'm just like,
And I was like, you got to make sure she sees
oh,
it.
that's nice. There's no money in there. Toss it over my shoulder. Here you go. Yeah. No money. Okay.
Well, we can assure you there's no money in either one.
Right. And I have this one too.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to dox myself, but which one should I open first? And then we get to talk about Hazzum, I guess.
Open up that one first.
Yeah, open up that one first.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, I haven't been feeling my best for a while. I'm on the mend,
Good.
so
Glad to
that's
hear
good. I haven't died yet. Oh my goodness.
That's one up on Betty White.
Just one up on Betty White.
It's too soon. Too soon. Too soon.
All right.
You know, I think it's because Betty White was kind of like my grandmother. When my grandmother was 100, she really didn't want to have a party. So Betty White was like, because they were making a big deal out of her 100th birthday.
They
so Betty White
were.
was like, tap out, man, I'm out of here.
Right? That or it's a fucking omen.
100.
Betty
Yeah.
White was just like, oh, 2022? Nah.
I'm out.
100.
Yeah, she
Good
would have
God,
been
I
100 in
don't
like
know.
2 weeks.
I don't know if I would want to live that old.
I don't want to live that old.
It was.
Let's see.
Come on, guys. It totally depends on what your quality of life is at that point.
Really?
This is,
Do not open until someone tells you to. Really? Oh my God. Somebody stole my scissors. Where the hell did they go?
And I really taped everything really good.
Oh my God, you're not kidding. All right, I'm gonna stick
don't
mine
make you
together.
work for it.
Do not open until somebody tells you to. Oh goodness. All right, let me try. What is this, like double bag too? This is a gag gift, right? It's like the Russian dolls.
It's a
It's
pack
a
of corn.
bag.
It's a
What?
pack of corn pads.
Oh my gosh. All right. Oh, my hair. I should put it up. And it's gift wrapped. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
All right, another layer. This is like those Russian dolls, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And it'll be this teeny tiny thing. It'll be like a challenge coin or something. Oh. All right, what do we have in here? I made it to the center, the gooey center. How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
3 layers.
1, 2. Oh my God! Chippy! Oh, Chippy! Oh, Chippy! You poor dear. Oh my gosh! Off to the big nut in the sky. Holy crap! I love Chippy. Anybody who knows, I've been warning Chippy since it realized, and it took me a while. When you had that campaign going, oh my God, I was like, Chippy's so adorable, right? And it was like, I think towards the end of your campaign when I realized he had wings, and I was like, what
You
is
completely
this?
missed the halo.
Yeah, I was like, what is this? What does this mean? And it was almost like that moment Nita was there. It was almost like that moment with Daphne and Ego Raven.
Oh,
Like,
geez.
what do you mean she has a sex life? You know, it was like, what? What?
Poor Chippy.
Poor Chippy. I love it. I've got a Chippy shirt. I am.
You have
Yeah.
the one and only Chippy shirt. So
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So far.
I'm a little jelly. I'm a
I
little
had
jelly.
to have it in my life. Thank you. So, what are you guys working on now?
trying
Well,
to get that
catch-
Road Silver Rampage ready to go to print. So
Yes.
you can get that mailed out.
Working on that and working
Oh,
on
yeah.
this reworking the narrative on issue 3 to send off to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about 12 pages in now on issue 3. So it's happening.
Is
It's
there another IP you're working on?
Pitter Patter, Roadkill Rampage.
No, just those two right now.
Just those
Peanut
two.
pudding and jelly.
We have that, but we're not. We keep going back and forth whether we're going to do something with that.
Yeah.
With the fourth one, so the question mark.
The peanut pudding and jelly. Whether we're going to do. We have an issue of peanut pudding and jelly done. It's drawn, but Rodney's going to have to redraw it.
It's not drawn very well.
Mm.
I didn't draw it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Somebody else do it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of have to go back and rework it or just completely redraw it. So
Rodney's been working on his desk.
yeah.
You should see how clean it is. It's kind of scary.
Getting ready for
Mm.
that new chair.
Yeah, we're probably going to do like this Warrior Station kind of reveal. You know, like everybody post your Warrior Stations, and
I gotta go get some garbage bags.
oh yeah, clean it up, make it look good.
Hide all the
Yeah,
illegal
well, I mean, it's the
paraphernalia.
thing. You know, that's the thing. It's like, what are you working with? You know, and how can you? I don't know.
The
I
same
mean,
thing
I
we're
take
working with. A computer and a microphone.
Well, I
I
had
take
to get
inspiration
organized.
from other people. You know, like
Yeah,
how do you organize your stuff?
I'm totally with you. There's nothing I like more than looking at other studio space. I just think it's
Yeah, I get nosy like that too.
yeah, it's inspiring. I think it's kind of cool. But I had to get my shit wired tight because we were gonna hop back in and do what we discussed with issues 3 and 4 of Roadkill Rampage. I had to get all my stuff organized
Mm-hmm.
because I have shit everywhere,
Yeah.
and that's why I cleaned like I cleaned. And I've got
I don't know that I've ever seen his desk this clean.
notes for issue 3 here, notes for issue 4 there, notes for issue 3 of Pitter Patter over here. And I don't know. I'm trying to get off to a good start in 22
Mm-hmm.
because I would really like to publish more than one issue of Pitter Patter in 22. I'd like to get 2 out, and that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to expedite the process.
Right.
So I figure
Well,
a
that's
cleaner workspace will help do that.
and that's I mean, for me, like I said, it's inspiration for me too. Like, what do other workstations look like? Even homes, you know, it's like you look at these magazines, you look on these home improvement shows, and they have all of this furniture that's placed just right, pictures on the wall,
Everything
You know,
matches and it's all
everything
white.
matches, and
Yeah.
I'm
Not
looking at my space and I'm going, you know, I mean, we used to have this one big wall, right? And I'm just like, I'm going to put something there and it's going to look wonderful. And I had this one picture that was framed and I put it up there. And it was just like, I looked poor, you know, and sad. It was just like, no, I'd rather have a blank wall than just that one thing, you know?
Yeah.
And just like, what are you going to try and put up there? But, you know, taking inspiration and stuff like that. Yeah, your Warrior Station, what does it look like? Mine's a hot mess.
Mine's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Rodney's
Mine-
got his shit together though.
Well, just his desk.
Oh well.
yeah. Well, I don't know. The rest of it's pretty.
It's organized
pretty
chaos, though. I
all the
think we're
markers
talking
are put
about that,
away.
Rodney.
Yeah, all the markers are put away. Yeah.
Then we talked about that organized chaos. It's like, okay, I know where everything is on my desk. But if anybody else were to come in here and try to organize me, I wouldn't be able to find shit.
Right.
Well, that's how it would be if I clean mine now. I would be so lost, but I have no space, and I use that as an excuse not to write too. It's like,
And
oh, well.
All right, so we've got a couple of poor souls here who don't have a party to go to, I guess. I don't know. We've got Dustin, we've got Michaela Jade. Glad you guys are tuning in. Yeah, it's New Year's Eve. What are you guys doing? No parties or anything?
Oh no, there's a party. It's
Oh,
right
yeah?
here. Right here.
Right here.
We just came to
Right
party
here.
with you.
Oh, cool.
So I am going to, since Meredith ruined everything and had to be sick, and I was trying to be the merciful friend so she wouldn't have to get on live tonight, and she decided she wanted to go live anyway. I guess I will.
It was on my calendar.
Well, yeah, it was
I
on
had
your
Hazzum
calendar.
Productions on my calendar. So they're like, we're going live. I'm like, I showered for this, okay? I didn't shave for you guys. I'm not doing
Aw,
it.
damn, girl.
Not shaving, but I did shower for you.
Let me go grab a couple of bottles.
Well, I'm gonna invite some of your friends.
Oh,
I'll be right
really?
back.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna add
Have
to the
friends.
libations.
Oh, libation. Sounds good.
Adult beverages.
Mm. All right.
Yeah, I just said to Nita
There are
yesterday.
a few people. Go ahead, Tina. I'm sorry.
How much do I have to talk about Hazzum? 'Cause I
She
haven't
did.
I haven't thought about Hazzum since you guys and us talked because we've been so swamped at work. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't have anything to talk about because I haven't worked on anything in 2 weeks. Like,
Oh, you know what? But I think trying to plan the schedule, right? So we've got Dustin here in chat. And I mean, Nita and I have been kind of sitting with him and trying to figure out, okay, what is your 2022 going to look like? You know, how many stories are just about ready to kickstart? Where are you with your art? Where are you with your stories and stuff like that? And starting to build out these campaigns in this calendar and fill up 2022. I know that Daphne does that. I don't know that JD does that. Nita, does JD do that?
JD do what? Plan?
I think he kind of builds out his campaign and goes, "It is ready," and then he hits the
Yeah.
button.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do that in 2022
Yeah.
because it didn't happen in 2021.
Well, it kind of sucks that I've been kind of sick and really, like, I threw out my back, I threw out my shoulder, been dealing with mastitis. So it's like all sides. And I'm like, okay, give me antibiotics, give me Advil, and give me a lot of sleep, you know, and just like walking around. It's like, yeah, not fun. And then of course, you know, the only thing that I really wanted to eat was like broth, something warm, you know. And that's all. I might as well have been sitting here sucking on a salt lick. So the whole hypertension thing comes into play, which has been part of the contributing factor of me like having the shortness of breath, you know. So it's like, all right, now I got to work on my diet on top of everything else.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, again, on the mend, nothing that can't be fixed. So, but I wasn't taking care of myself, not really, you know, and that's an important lesson for everybody too. It's like if you're not feeling good, you know, you can push it off for so long, but then it bites you in the butt. And then I had like the flu. It wasn't even it wasn't COVID. I'm like low risk COVID. You know, because I work from home. I stay home. That's it. So, yeah. So it's just like one thing after another. And before I knew it, December was gone. You know, and just trying to get to my desk for any amount of time. It's just, you know, I'll sit here. Nita's seen it. We'll watch a show or a movie. And one or the other is like this. You know, we're watching, and all of a sudden it's like,
Oh my god, it's so bad. And she is a mouth breather, so that's accurate. So accurate.
it totally is. I woke up a couple nights with my tongue totally dried out where I could tap on. I was like, I need water. I need water. All right, can I start working on this box?
Yeah, go ahead
Yes.
and get it started.
All right, so this box that says many times, do not open.
How about thee?
So what do you guys think about, what are your thoughts on New Year's resolutions?
Don't make them, so I can't break them.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah, I've gone to the gym 2 days in a row because my back's been really bad.
Yeah.
And we're in that period, that glut period of
somebody.
end of the year, beginning of the year, where all these people fool themselves into thinking that they're going to. Hi, Heather.
Hey, Heather.
How are you?
all these people fool themselves into thinking that they're going to, create a new them. And so they show up at the gym until the second week in February, and then they start falling off. So the gym was really crowded.
Right.
But I like yesterday, I left halfway through because it was just too frustrating.
Jesus, Tito, you're fool. The hell.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I made it to 50, y'all. Made it to
Nice. Big 5-0.
Oh my gosh. All right, Tina, we're going to talk about this tape consumption here.
Well, see, I really hate that tape, so I use a lot of it on everything because I want it to be gone so I can get some different tape.
Ah. You know what? When I was fulfilling my book, The Compendium of Dread, I couldn't believe how much tape I went through for fulfillment here.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey! Gosh, you got Daphne, and I'm trying not to. Oh my gosh.
It is a
This
party.
might take a while.
Well,
It is a party.
I heard you were having a birthday today.
Birthday.
That's right. That's right. I almost talked myself into singing a very terrible version of Happy Birthday.
Oh,
And I
do
thought,
it. Go ahead, do it.
Happy birthday to
Oh, no,
you.
Joshua.
Happy
Oh.
birthday to you.
Oh!
Happy birthday, dear Meredith.
Oh!
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
50, the big 5-0.
Hey, look, George says, "Hola,
Hey,
everyone.
George.
Happy birthday,
Hey,
man."
George. Yeah.
George.
George had
All
family come in, so he's not going to make it tonight. But he was coming. He was coming for you, Mayor.
Oh no, they're coming for me.
Uh-oh. She has the box open.
The
Uh-oh.
box is
Snaps.
finally open.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
She's got an open box. Be careful.
Should put my hair up. Blah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do this real
Yeah.
quick.
All right. So, Nita, what are you rocking liquid wise?
Going classy, Crown Royal. Old Fifth's got to be gone by midnight.
All right. We've got the Stella. What's everybody else rocking?
I got the aguas.
I'll show you. Just one sec.
Agua.
Rum
Right.
and
Somebody's got to stay
heart.
hydrated in here.
Hi. Somebody's going to say hi. I will stay so high.
We've
Oh,
got.
wow.
All right. So going around the room. New Year's
Yeah, boy.
resolutions. Yes or no?
No.
No.
I'm doing what I'm still doing. I'm doing what I'm doing right now.
Damn straight.
I'm going into the new year doing what I'm going to spend the rest of 2022 doing.
Right.
So this,
Get it, Josh.
that's mead.
Nice.
That is mead. Battle Buddy mead traditional dry. That's what I'm having tonight.
There you go.
Yeah.
What? Wow.
I
Really?
didn't have
Really?
Well, I didn't want you to get in trouble.
Get a point across. Okay.
well,
That's going
Yeah.
up on my wall behind me.
that's exactly what I would send you though. Because I knew it would tickle you pink, and two, you'd open it anyway.
Oh
So
my
we're
goodness.
guaranteed you'll see what's inside. That's how I would do it.
It's like, okay, I got the hit, man. Caution, dude. Whatever.
Now, Hey, just a suggestion. When you should go full screen when you open it, so
Uh-huh.
you can show everybody and they can see
Yeah,
really
once you
good what it
get
is.
to that point, you got to
Yeah.
go full screen.
All right. I'm getting
So
this in.
Heather, resolutions, yes or no?
none.
Resolutions.
Good.
Just surviving next year with
Yeah.
hopefully a little bit farther ahead than how far I made it this year.
Look, if I make
That's
it
kind
to,
of my goal.
There you go. If we make it to 12:01, we have been successful.
Hey,
So,
I'm
All
not
right.
wearing an orange jumpsuit. I did not kill anyone this year. I'm pretty fucking proud of myself.
But it came close. It came close.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right. Well,
None.
I've got
All right.
some kind of torture device here.
Oh, kinky.
Oh wow! I didn't
Yeah,
know
that's
we
what I
were
was
doing this.
thinking.
Well then,
I don't know what this is.
All right, we need full screen so we can see.
it's
Yeah.
a spreader bar for a squirrel.
Oh no!
There's a red ball in there somewhere, I swear.
Just a ball gag.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we go.
Uh,
Hello, guys.
Oh,
Hi, I
yeah.
am loving that background.
Hey! Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
demon couples.
Fancy.
She's ready for the apocalypse.
All right, so I've got
Hold on.
Tina. What?
That's how nosy they knew you were going to be if
my
left to your own devices.
And more tape. Holy cow! You guys talk while I battle the tape.
Wow. Hello, everyone.
I'm gonna play with
Hi, Mark. Hello.
How are you?
Heather, Joseph.
Hi.
Hello. Is that Daphne there?
Hey.
Yes.
Nita.
Merry Christmas. No, not Merry Christmas. Sorry. Happy
Merry Christmas and Happy New
Rodney.
Year.
Happy
You're-
holidays.
Well, you are in California.
Happy birthday, Meredith.
Happy birthday,
We have
Meredith.
everything
I hope
going
you're
on
feeling
today.
Much better.
Uh,
Good.
Yeah, I'm feeling better. Just keeping up with the rest, keeping hydrated. Trying to catch the salt out of my diet. So I am look at this. I am battling coffee paper and of course my
Whoever wrapped that is a genius. Like just a
Oh my
total
Awesome
That
job.
is all
genius.
Tina.
Tina.
Tina has been amazing.
That's good job.
Tina's one of my favorite people I met this year. Also, Mr. Rodney.
what in the world?
We would echo that.
Tina, we
Josh.
gotta talk.
Yeah. That's
You're going to be sick again.
She
by the
wants to
time
make
you
sure it
get
made it
open
safe.
there.
I didn't want it to break.
All right. What are we doing?
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't have the right size box, and I didn't want it to break.
Your box is the perfect size, Tina.
Da-da-da. Is that gonna come out?
Look at that.
Well, just think, Meredith, when you do your next Kickstarter, you'll have plenty of bubble wrap and tape.
Oh, no kidding.
Just don't pop all the bubble wrap in one go.
Da-da-da.
Wait some for later.
Almost there.
Seeing something. Something's
Uh-huh.
happening.
Yeah, like ears, feet.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Drum roll.
Fun.
Oh my God,
That's awesome.
I love it.
that is so messed up.
That's exactly what she likes.
hopefully it represents your 2021 and not your 2022.
yes.
Damn.
Poor Chippy.
Don't you know?
Oh my God. His tongue is all the way through,
That-
too.
Oh,
That
gosh.
with this memorial T-shirt.
Yeah, I think the T-shirt is what really makes it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh. Well,
Yeah.
I was saying before, it took me, I don't know why. It's like, I try to consider myself an observant person, but it took me like their entire campaign to realize that Chippy had wings. And I really did sit there and go, why does he have wings? I'm like, why?
It's not the Red Bull.
Yeah.
The opposite direction.
So who didn't answer the question yet about resolutions? Yes or no?
Joshua Morgan Mill.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's it? What is it?
New Year's resolutions, yes or no, and why?
Okay, no, because I always break them.
For me,
Mel.
yes.
So no to resolutions. How about you, Mug?
Yes.
You making New
Just
Year's
one.
resolutions?
Yeah. Just do more.
Well, that's kind of like a daily
Yeah,
goal, isn't
that's right.
Mm-hmm. But that's Mog.
I can get behind that. Do more.
But you see, but that way it's like you don't break it because it's what you're doing anyway. So there we go.
I love this, you guys. This is awesome.
Yo, it's amazing. I'll answer. I generally don't do them on New Year's. I've come to that point in my life when I want to make a change, I just make it. I don't really care what time of year. This year, one of my goals, it's kind of mogs in the sense I'm doing more, but it's also going to be, I'm going to be on social media a little less because it's to me it's like we're still kind of in that weirdly toxic, polarizing time. And I'm really tired. I'm just going to focus on my shit and talk to amazing people and make an ass. I'm good at making an ass of myself on screen. Anyone that's been on my show can attest to that.
But it's gonna be on your terms, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Christine.
Happy birthday.
Hey.
Yeah, what's up?
All right. So
Hey, how's it going, Mog?
Doing
Heather,
good.
did you answer?
I did. I'm just doing the same thing, not kill anybody and keep pushing forward.
That's right. Christy
Well,
Shane, welcome.
Or don't get
welcome.
caught,
Happy
Heather.
New
Just
Year.
don't get caught.
Happy New Year.
You know, I'm a
Happy
klutz.
birthday to you.
I would absolutely get caught because there's no way.
Oh, okay.
So I just have to just not do it. I can
Yeah,
fantasize
that's not
about it. I
fair.
can think about it. I
That's
just can't actually do it.
I killed them in my comics.
Oh man, when you say it like that, it's just like I'm more interested to find out what it is.
The way this year has been going, you can't narrow it down far enough.
All right. So
Go with that.
what was more challenging, 2020 or 2021?
Oh, kitty.
I think for us it's going to be 2020 because you had to like totally change gears
Yeah,
into like what you're going to do. 2021, it's kind of like you're just expanding on what you did on 2020.
Yeah.
So that, for me, I think for us that's how we feel about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I barely survived 2020. So 2021 was an easier year for me. But it's got to get better at this point.
I
Yeah.
basically ran
That's what we're hoping
Kickstarters,
for.
made a bunch of fucking evil shit, so I'm okay, I guess, right now.
Well, Rodney and Tina, 2020 or 2021? Excuse me.
20 was more challenging. By 21, we were already acclimated. So 21 was easier. But for us, 20 catapulted us onto the internet by necessity.
Yeah.
You know, we have a real functioning website now. We have a social presence on the podcast and stuff. We have the Thursday night throwdown, Friday night draw. You know, we're everywhere now, which wasn't the case. So it was kind of a good thing for us. I mean, both of us worked all the way through the pandemic and are still working. So we just kind of never missed a beat other than out of necessity of the comms being shut down and us having new product we had to sell. You know, we're now on here where we weren't before. So it was a good thing for us.
So Daphne, you said that you kind of got acclimated, and then 20.
Yeah, 2020 was that, yeah, like you said, it was just shifting gears and like getting used to this new, you know, to be cliche, this new normal. Although honestly, I could have lived without that shitty November. I actually did have COVID, so yeah, we can cross that one off. But yeah, so but because by the time 2021 hit, I was like on this road to, you know, to like on the road to Kickstarter, you know. It's like, and it's just been like up, you know, since then. I mean, it's like now it's just trying to keep that momentum. Although honestly though, I do really miss the quiet of lockdown. I really do. But yeah, it's all about pushing, you know, like keeping that momentum going. I mean, who knew it took 30 years in a pandemic for me to get my shit together?
Right? Joshua.
Yeah.
So 2020, I was already kind of making a decision to quit my job anyway. The pandemic just sped it up by about a month, and because I was ready to try something different. So the first year, I dipped my toes into freelancing, and in the back of my head, my biggest fear was like not to fuck this up. 2021, when that thought's no longer in my head. So, and since that thought's disappeared, I do a show now for Canadian immigration. I got another show I'm doing a pilot for a friend. So I got like regular clients doing video work. And I released 3 books since the pandemic has come out. Next year, I'm going to be doing a book board game combo for my first ever Kickstarter. It's going to be kind of fun when I get that really rolling. The show's blown up a little bit on the audio level. I'm approaching 100 members on Twitch, and I'm at that point now with like I get regularly hundreds of downloads a week now. So I get thousands of people listening to me a month. So I've become I've built a pretty good platform for myself. So really, all that's really left for me to do in 2022 is again another 1 or 2 clients regularly on a regular basis to do the video work, and I'm set. I'm a full-fledged freelancer, and I never really have to look back. So, I mean, the first year I think was just that acclimation of this is an uncomfortable thing, and in your headspace of I'm not gonna please don't fuck this up, please don't fuck this up. That's not there anymore. Like more, it's like I'm not gonna fuck this up. I'm gonna kick some ass. There was just a tonal shift in confidence. And I know it's like I've gotten a lot of cool opportunities since I've had that tonal shift. For my last year, one of my books was nominated for an award. I had 12 freelance articles come out in the second half of the year. And again, my podcast, I did 235 podcasts. I did the show I launched. So I've been like just doing. So now it's just like taking everything like that, keep plugging at it, keep putting my message out there, and just kind of let it go. And that's like it's no longer in my head, am I going to succeed? I am. Now it's just a question of when. And that might sound cocky, but that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm. Heather, 2020 or 2021, which was more challenging for you?
2020 was horrible for me personally in business. So that was a really, really rough year for me in every which way. 2021 was just kind of picking up the pieces and moving forward. So it's ending on a rough note. I've been dark with my podcast for the month because of a lot of personal issues here that I have to focus on. So I'll be back in a few weeks, back online, back active again. I just, it started off great. It just is not ending great. So once I get things situated.
By the way.
What was that?
I hate the month of December, by the way.
It's normally a rough month. July is worse for me, but December is a rough month for me to begin with. And
February
every year.
February isn't a rough one for me, but this one is, and my mom's health is not well, and it's been a lot to process and a lot to do, and hopefully it'll get a little easier, or at least a level of chaos I can handle. But with business, I've grown leaps and bounds and continuing to do so. I mean, my channels were not even monetized because YouTube didn't like one of my channels until the beginning of last year, or the beginning of this year. So my McPete that has 103,000 subscribers now is monetized. And that was a really nice thing. But just plugging away and still moving forward.
Last I saw him, he was sound asleep on the chair. I didn't think he was going to make it.
Good morning.
Christy Shin. 2020 or 2021, which was more challenging for you?
I don't know. I got to sleep a lot. The thing is that 2019, late 20, everybody can hear me okay, right? Sometimes these beds are a
We're a little crackly, but you're good.
Okay, so 2019, I had a pancreatic tumor, and they had to rewire my whole fucking digestive system.
Wow.
So even though they cleared me for cons, like the surgeon said, oh yeah, that's great. After 3 months of surgery, I'm like, fuck, I'm still tired. So I did a con or two, but then there was lockdown. And I said, well, I guess I get to go sleep and get paid for it. So I just did a bunch of fuck ton of work. Watched a lot of cat videos. Didn't kill anybody. I think my friends were fine. And then 2021 was a little rough because, Keely ran out and I'm in a state which is high lockdown kind of thing. But still now it's actually opened up, and now they're like squabbling over every little fucking thing, which is annoying to me, as hell to me. So I just still make comics, but it looks like a lot of people want to merge and everything, despite people's fears and all that other stuff, or fears and paranoia because everybody's like kind of, okay, guys, we can tone it down a bit. And, you know, it's like, it's kind of like, I don't know, I kind of discovered that or kind of figured that out during my illness when I had the tumor. Like essentially I told, you have a huge 6-inch mass in your tumor, in your pancreas, right? Chances are it's malignant. I'm like, that's great. And then they said, oh yeah, it's not malignant, it's a rare one where it will be cancer, but you're going to be diabetic. So I guess maybe I have a whole different perspective going into 2020 and 2021. So I'm not trying to be dismissive of anybody's shit. I mean, I know it was tough for a lot of people, but it's just kind of being told that you're going to be totally fucked twice, and then you went like this to whatever was trying to fuck you over twice. I mean, I'm kind of like reflexively like not reactive to it. And I think the more negatively reactive you are to it, and I'm not saying like you shouldn't cry or be upset. I mean, there's a lot of upsetting shit for people, granted, but don't let that control you. Like, kind of process it and move forward with a better game plan. And for me, it's like I went through my shit about like all that bullshit with that fucking tumor. So I'm kind of like, I mean,
Well,
I know it sounds weird, but
No, it
dealing
doesn't.
with that though, it
I understand
gives you
that.
perspective on like, you know, like what's important. You know?
yeah. I mean, I'm not saying I didn't go through my bullshit about everything, but it's just kind of like, I don't know. I'm just kind of weird about that. Like, I just kind of like, after being told I would essentially die twice, it's like, all right, fuck it, you know, whatever, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, and also I'm kind of viewing it's like everybody needs to heal and move forward. That's the thing. I mean, the thing is, like, when I was all fucked up lying in bed, you know, they were essentially telling me, get your ass out of bed. And this is after they like cut out my fucking gallbladder and rearranged everything. I said, the more you move, the more you have to heal, and then you actually have to fart. That's awesome too.
Yeah.
So it's like moving around. It's like, get your ass out of bed and move around. I'm like, I don't want to. This sucks, you know.
Yeah, farting and
So-
pooping, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's kind of like, it sounds weird and it sounds maybe borderline sensitive, but right now it's like we got to live again. You know,
Well,
we've kind of forgotten how to live, and now we're like, no, we don't want to live. It's like you're gonna have to go and live and go past this. Like, I fucking almost had cancer. I have to live and get past this. I have to go get yearly scans.
Yeah.
Okay, like my surgeon says, I'm near close to not having a tumor come back. Where my oncologist is not so saying they give me 15%, but it's like you still have to move forward
Right.
and live your life the best you can in the way that you can, in whatever capacity you can. It's kind of like in the kiss before dying, or the long kiss goodnight. I think the one with Gina Davis, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Where she yells at her daughter, "Life is pain. You just have to live with it." Well, that's how it felt. So it's like that's just what we have to do now. And people are going like, "No, we want to stay in our homes forever." It's like, well, you can do that, but is that what you want to do ultimately?
Right. Yeah.
That doesn't mean you're making anybody much more fucked up or much more ill or anything. You're just doing what you need to do. And
Right.
I think if people needed to do, the world would be better off. I know that sounds like a selfish ass thing to say, but
No.
I've noticed people go and egotistically say, well, I'm doing this for your own good to somebody else. And they're like, fuck you. How do you know what I really want? So,
No, I've had my own dealings like something like that. I've had my own sicknesses and I've had my own struggles with my mortality. If anyone's gone through that prior to this did not impact you the same way at all. And I can speak to that from my own experience. You look at it, you just accept, like, you know what, one day you're going to die, one day that's just the way it is. One day you're going to die. So the real question is, do you want to live? Because you don't have that guarantee in life, whatever that life looks like for you. Like, do you, like, that's the thing about life is there's no guarantees. So you gotta make it's a risk, and it always will be. So do you stay there forever afraid? That's not a way to live. But and if you have been through your own mortality, kind of make peace, like, hey, one day I'm gonna die. This doesn't scare you anywhere near as much because it's just like, whatever, I've been here before, let's dance. Right. And you better take my ass out because otherwise quit wasting my fucking time. That's kind of how you look at it, because I got more shit to do, and so does everybody else. So at some point you gotta go, okay, we're back, we gotta keep going, we gotta keep doing it, and people are going to be whoever they're going to be, and you have no control over that. The only thing you can control is who you're going to be in this time.
Right.
So you can stay in your whole life being, I'm going to be afraid of what's next. That's not a good way to live. Better way to live is like, I'm just going to take it one day at a time. I'm going to do what I can, whatever that is.
Get
And
on,
it is,
Yeah.
get
it's
on
kind of
with
like,
it.
Yeah. It's kind of weird to think that these last 2 years is like yeah, because and coming into those into these 2 years, I ended 2019 with a whole cancer scare with my mother. I mean, it's like she had to get a mastectomy and everything. I mean, it's like we went through. I mean,
shit.
luck, yeah. So it's like, and then going into this, it's like, it's kind of funny. Not to belittle, yeah, it's like not to belittle the things that people actually went through, but I think that these have actually been the best years
Same with me.
I've had, like mentally and creatively. I mean, it's weird, but yeah, like I said, it took 30 years and a pandemic, and a cancer scare on top of that. So,
Well, let me throw this over at Mel. As a manager, what were the challenges that you had between 2020 and 2021? What was the more challenging year for you? You're on
he's
mute.
muted. He's muted.
Wait,
Mel,
I
we
can't hear you
can't hear
now.
you.
Your microphone's on mute.
Y'all are muted.
I do have to leave quickly because I have a party to go to too.
Oh,
Go
there you
do
go,
that
yeah.
Christmas
Yes,
party. You're
same,
demon
same here.
ass
Definitely have to
off,
leave
girl.
soon too. We got.
I'm actually a pink. I'll send you a picture.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Good night.
Anyway, so
night.
2020
Thank
was.
you. Thank you for
Christmas
popping
Day.
in.
Yeah, bye. Sorry to
We have
interrupt.
meet at that corgi place again.
Oh yeah, that corgi butt dog place. Yeah, I took my friend there. She said, I'm not used to surprises because they've always been bad. I said, okay, shut up. I'm taking you to a nice one. And I took her to a corgi place and she bought an ass color for her boyfriend. So, okay, I'm a great fucking fairy. All right. Well, you guys have a happy new year, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, Mel. So
So
what
2020,
was that
like I
answer?
said, we had to like change gears, and I hadn't really done too much internet, and the few things that we've done just didn't really pan out too well. Mark started out on Twitch, and we were not getting the clientele that we were hoping to get. It was like a very young crowd, and they were just there to just mess around, talk shit. Um, Not the kind of people that we were looking for, right? So when COVID hit and Mog wanted to try something else, I was kind of like turned off by it because she wanted to go back on the internet and I forgot what it was. Oh, she wanted to do her own kind of like show where she's drawing and stuff. So we started out calling it cage drawing because I had built this contraption to hold the mic, the lights, and all that, the camera.
Yeah, that's
And
how
it
it
looked
always.
janky, and so and just when you pull back from it and you show her, it looked like she was drawing in a cage. So started that out, and it's a good thing that I listened to her and we did it. It actually turned out pretty good. This was the first time where we could show like all these prints that we had available that people could buy, and lo and behold, I felt like we were doing a con with the amount of stuff that we sold on there. And I go, wow, this was turned out really good, and we got to meet like a lot of people there, and we continued it on. Not sure where it's going, but then all of a sudden, Tom Hutchinson asked his mom to be on the Artist Alley Shopping Network. Right, so we moved the show over there, so we got even more. We got elevated even more there. We still continue to have her own show as well, but then eventually we dropped that, and now we're just having still has her own monthly show, The Drawing Bid, which it's pretty steady. But something just happened this past month where we might experience a little more growth with it by hooking up with like another group that brought in cross marketing the show. That brought in like more. It got a little more viewers and it got a little more bidders. So that got expanded. Right, and then connecting with everybody online here was really great. A big thing that we did for 2020 was doing the 101 Tales. Right, and
that was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun.
And a lot of work.
it was a lot of work, and that was the whole reason why we didn't do it this year again, because we knew that it was going to be bigger. Okay, but the problem with trying to do it this year is that we just didn't have the time. It's mainly On and I that's doing a lot of the work. And the funny thing is that we're actually talking about it now, right? And this is going to go into 2022, and we're going to be calling it. We're giving it a different name. We're calling it Arena of Oracles. So you're going to watch for that. And we'll be reaching out to people like you, Meredith, Nita, and so forth, and even you, Heather, to see if we can tie you guys into the programming and help us as well as help you all as well. Because you understand that that event isn't just to anybody that's involved in it. We want to promote. We want everyone to get something out of it, and that seemed to be the success for 101 Tales. Is that everybody got elevated, and it helps them down the road. I hear good things like from Joshua, from you, Meredith, from Chuck, and everybody else that was on there. So I'm not sure. We're going to be changing the format a little bit. We're going to try to make it more accessible and not have to go through like another site or so. We're working out the details on that. Right. So, but anyway, that's the kind of things that we did to try and capitalize on that. Something that we've never done before. We're going to be doing some new things for 2022. Can't say what those are yet, but you're going to be hearing some things about it real soon. So hopefully that will help
people
us
planning
help
for
you guys.
2022 already.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna jump over to JD because he jumped in late here. JD, first question: New Year's resolutions, yes or no?
It's half-hearted with me sometimes because my New Year usually doesn't start to the Chinese New Year.
Okay.
So that's usually when I start my New Year. But next year's Year of the Tiger, so it's a shit year for me. So fuck that.
Oh no!
Are you a rabbit?
Thank goodness that only happens
Monkey.
once every 12 years.
Why,
you're
why,
the-
JD? Are you a rabbit?
Monkey.
Monkey? Monkey
Yep.
is bad for tiger?
Yep. Exact
Oh, boy.
opposite. Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh boy.
And
So-
what's funny, I have a lot of friends that are tiger, born a Year of the Tiger too. A lot of friends.
Keeps him on his toes.
Yeah.
Stay up in the tree.
So, and the other question was, what was more challenging for you, 2020 or 2021?
2021, because I'm dealing with some stuff, but but what's crazy though is 2021 was great because I did so many campaigns, and just put out a lot of material, and I'm just looking to do more of that, in 2022.
We were just talking about you with those campaigns. Your ears must have been burning because we're like, hey, JD, he just builds a campaign and says, yeah, just hit the button,
Isn't that how you're supposed to do
It's
it?
like, I'm launching a campaign. Oh yeah, when? In the next 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. I'll never forget that Friday. Hey, you guys, I'm thinking about launching the trade paperback. And it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, when? Monday. Oh, okay. Well, okay.
It's worked out so far. So
It did.
It still
Rodney,
amazes
Tina,
me. It still
did you guys
amazes me
answer
that we did
Oh,
11
yeah.
campaigns this year.
11. That's a
Yeah.
lot.
Wow.
I'm exhausted
Yeah.
thinking about that.
Wow.
You're exhausted.
let me tell you, it's gotten to a point. If I'm not doing a campaign, I feel weird. I think I'm addicted. Like if I'm not running a campaign, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Even though I'm writing, editing, doing all this other stuff, hiring artists, doing all the jazz. If I'm not running a campaign, I feel like I'm not, like what am I doing with my life? That's weird.
Rodney and Tina, did you guys answer that? Which was tougher, 2020 or 21?
Rodney did.
Yeah. 20.
Tina, how about you?
I think 2020 was harder because just trying to figure everything out.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be
And then,
good.
yeah, and then trying to manage the time with my real life and not
Right.
Rodney's pretend life.
Your online fake life. But
Was I
Mug.
the only one who was working from home when the pandemic hit?
Oh no,
I
I was
already
like,
was working.
No, yeah, I was already.
So like
yeah.
I feel
it
like I was
didn't affect
unaffected.
the actual pandemic didn't affect me at all. My life
Yeah.
just went to
Right.
shit.
Yeah, it was like everything else blew up.
Yeah. Just everyone else was home with me while I worked, as opposed to them all leaving, going to school and going out.
Right.
Everyone was
Yeah.
home and expected meals 3 times a day.
Right. Now, Mog, as creative, what was a tougher year for you, or were you unaffected between 2020 and 2021?
No, actually, I liked this so much better because I didn't have to go to the cons. So, I had more time,
But so many people miss the cons. They miss the one-on-one interaction, the the sales, like the direct sale right there, and stuff like that. But I mean, I guess it's different for an artist and a writer.
Yeah, I guess it depends on it depends on the perspective. Because like for Maud, she said she didn't miss it, but before we started doing any cons this year, when we got there, she said, yeah, it felt great, yeah, and it does, but it also does take a toll on you. Like I'm trying to cut back on the cons, and I've already planned it out for next year, and we're confirmed for like 8 for next year, but potentially it'll be 12. So I'm hoping I don't have to add any more. The cons are great because you always get just like a Kickstarter. If you do a podcast or something, you'll see your numbers jump. Let's say with us, when we do a con, you see your revenue. You get a big bump in your revenue for that time period because you're doing those direct sales, and then you get the commissions. And the commissions for us, those take time. Right? People want commissions that can take like a week or 2 weeks. Right? So the bad part is that is you can't work on the your own personal projects. Right? So we've had personal projects now that have been on hold for like 2 years ever since this whole thing got started because without the cons and you don't get that bump, then you're trying to still make a living. And so the best place to get it is on the commissions to subsidize what you're getting kind of commercially because it's not enough.
Right.
Well, for me, I sound like maybe like a typical artist, but it's not that. I'm extroverted. I'm not an introvert. It's not the people that it's like drains me. It's nothing like that. I'm just kind of a weird where I guess I can say I'm lazy. It's just the things freak me out. Like when I go there, it's like, what's the temperature like? Oh my God, I have to bring a jacket. I have to bring an extra jacket. Stuff like that. Like things really just bog me down. I think that's the thing. It's just weird. People it's all right. I love people.
It's the devil in the details.
There, and we're having a great time. It doesn't bother her.
It's like, is a chair uncomfortable? Yeah. Is this stocking too tight for me? Like it's just all of that. I just feel bothered by it. I think that's the thing. Yeah.
I'm the worst when I have to go out.
Yeah, sensory. Yeah.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm the worst when I have to go out, right? Because I'll sit there and I'll bellyache and I'll bitch and I'll be like, I don't want to go, blah, 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 because I'm a homebody. Yeah. It's not that I'm an introvert necessarily. No. Yeah. It's that it's just out of my routine. Yes. And it's a hassle. Oh, yeah. But once I'm in the car or once I'm there, I'm usually fine. Yeah. But I used up so much energy up until then, to get there.
Yeah. I don't mind the environment. It's the
people.
Yeah, it's too peoply outside.
Yeah. Oh, so you're different. You guys are people. Right. For us, it's not people. It's
well, for me, I am people. I'm. There's other things that I do besides this, and it's all people oriented. It's all socially based, meeting other people, different groups, other groups that I'm involved in. And I get a kick out of it. I love meeting people. I like finding about their cultural backgrounds, where they're from, that kind of thing. And
you guys are always out eating. It's like midnight and you're finding an ice cream shop or something.
The most gourmet type shit you could want.
Yeah, we happen to live in a place where they have the number one world best ice cream.
Well, yeah, it's considered to be the number one best in
travel guide or something.
Yeah, so it's been reported on different websites and so forth. So, you got to take advantage. I'm an ice cream lover. I used to work in an ice cream factory, so I know what is. I know what is good ice cream, and how to test it and all that, and for quality, and that was really really good ice cream. We were actually there last night with her sister, who's visiting from San Francisco, and actually, and on that note, I'm going to have to say,
Yeah, we gotta
Meredith,
go.
happy birthday.
Happy
To everyone
birthday.
else, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
We gotta go. I gotta get ready, get this dinner ready for.
Yes.
Yes. Happy New Year. Happy New Year and thank you. I hit the big 50. I made it, you guys. 50.
Love you all. Mwah.
I need to go too.
Mwah.
I gotta get off camera.
Good
So I'm gonna go
night.
too. So happy
Night.
birthday and happy New Year, everybody.
Thank you
Happy
so much
New Year,
for
Heather.
sharing this. You guys be safe and everything like that. Heather, have a great night. Yeah. So yeah, made it to 50. Holy cow. In fact, my baby sister called. To wish me a happy birthday. And I was like, yeah, the big 50. And she's like, what? It was like that moment, where I realized Chippy had wings.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, and she's like, you're what? And it was so funny because my mother and I are close to 20 years apart, right? So she hit 70. And I was like, ha ha, how do you feel about being 70? She's like, how do you feel about being 50? I was like, well, how do you feel about having a 50-year-old daughter? It's so funny. Yeah, and see, I'm the one where I'll keep my white hairs, My mother will. Oh, another. I'm gonna call them Chippy moments from now on. It was so funny because my mother, at some point, she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna go gray because my mother has dark hair." I'm like, "Hey, Ma, yeah, you ever see Grandma walk around with a bag on her head?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You realize she's dyeing her hair?" And my mother had that look like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
Chippy!"
Well, what did you think? Like she just liked walking around with a bag on her head?
I don't know.
It was gold. Just wrap it up.
It didn't sink in. And so on the very rare occasions that my siblings and I get to hang out, and usually up in New York, my mother was looking at the four of us, and we all have our white hairs and everything. She's like, "Look at you guys, you're so old." I was like, "Okay, Ma, okay." I don't mind going au naturel, 2022. Oh, I feel like I got kicked in the nuts because December for me has been a wash because I haven't been feeling well. I haven't been online. I haven't been as productive as I really wanted to be with everything that I wanted planned for January. Like January is tomorrow. It's in a couple of hours. And so when it comes to goals and things like that, I mean, you can set goals, but shit happens.
Mhm.
What do you do? I mean, do you kind of boo-hoo it? Or do you just say, yeah, fuck it, just, push the goalposts a little bit?
I kind of have my answer on this is I just kind of have a realization, like I have some big goals next year, something that I'm really excited to do and all that stuff. But I also, I've been in situations in my life where I've had very little control of it. And what I realize is it doesn't have to be the amount that you set out to do. What matters is that you're actually going forward as best you can, whatever that is.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just a tiny step forward, but so what? It's still a tiny step forward, right? I realize, an old joke: how do you make God laugh? You tell him your plans, because life tends to go to shit. But there's truth in that too, in the sense that we all have the best of intentions, but life issues, obstacles, struggles are going to change what that's going to look like at the very end. So I no longer and same thing with my creativity, whether I do word count, do a podcast, do whatever I'm doing. I no longer look at it from the point of view of I got to get this goal done today. I look at it, where can I move forward today? I have goals. I still have goal posts I want to hit, but if I don't hit them because things outside of my control, I don't cry about it anymore. I'm more concerned when I'm the fuck up. if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's kind of where we're at. Is for us, you ask about 20 and 21. For us, 16 was our big year that really challenged us. We had a lot of deaths in the family, in between the two families and stuff. So anymore, I subscribe to Josh's approach as, yeah, I can say that I want to get 3 issues of this done this year or whatever, but as long as we're moving forward and we're not sitting in our own piss and bitching and moaning about our woes, which I try not to do, because everybody has shit. Everybody's got stuff in their families, and you gotta get busy living. Like the line from Shawshank Redemption: "Get busy dying or get busy living."
Right.
So I try to subscribe to that as much as I can. And we all have periods where a week goes by and you don't get anything done, and it's like, okay, kick yourself in the ass for a little bit of time, and then you move forward, because that's all you can do. It's just move forward.
JD, any thoughts on that? Or Daphne?
I mean, it's like there are probably times it's like I need to get all dramatic first, but I still have to move on with it.
Right.
But my whole thing is trying to like schedule myself enough so I'm ahead, even if something tries to push me behind. I mean, I pretty much, I've told you this before, how it's like I've literally scheduled my Kickstarters to 2025.
Mm-hmm.
So I know what Kickstarters I'm running until 2025. And I know what books I have to do. Like right now, I'm working on books that don't see the light of day until 2023. Mm-hmm. So that's just how I'm trying to like keep that momentum. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have setbacks, but I'm trying to be enough ahead that it's not that traumatic for me. Yeah.
And JD was shaking his head with your
calendar. No, he's horrified by this.
I'm not so much horrified
by this too, actually.
Like I know I have enough material to do about 10 Kickstarters in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But it's like, you take them one at a time and you just keep pushing, right? My philosophy is like, there's nothing a good hammer can't control, just beat on it and beat on it and beat on it, So yeah, I mean, I have, a lot of stuff I want to get done this year. I'm finishing up Oswald. I'm working on a script for someone who asked me to write a script for them, so I'm doing that. I'm looking to move into new partnerships, doing new work, doing different things, which is going to be great. Yeah, and it's just, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And it's just, like I said, we did, between the two of us, we did 11, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
See if we can squeeze in 14.
Oh,
do it. Do it.
Well, yeah, if anyone's going to squeeze in the extra ones, it's going to be him,
Well, so there are a lot of times when people think that goals are synonymous with deadlines. And so when you don't hit that goal, it's kind of devastating, and it's really about mindset, I guess, or forgiving yourself and moving forward to like what Josh was saying. So it's like, I don't know, like I try to set the goals, but I feel like they're deadlines. So when they come and go, especially, having lost practically a month, I'm sitting here going, man, there's so much I wanted to do. And I don't want to sit there and wallow in the regret or the disappointment and stuff like that. It's like, okay, what can I do right now to get to the next step, But it's like, it's one of those things where you put it on the calendar and it's like you're all excited about it. You make these announcements and all of a sudden you're not just disappointing yourself. There are people who've been looking forward to that,
Yep.
That's why I don't believe in calendars.
Well, right. That's why he doesn't announce anything.
No, Dan,
I
he
believe-
just hits the button.
I believe thoroughly in Bruce Lee's philosophy: flow like water. You know, take it as it comes.
No, it's a good way. It's good advice. Like Mara, here's the thing. Like, ask yourself this question honestly: was there anything you could have done differently? The answer is no.
I could have taken better care of myself.
Well, then, but the answer is no. Legitimately no.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do. Look, I'm really excited. I'm drawing my next book. I'm scared to fucking death because I've never done anything like this in my life. And right, I'm scared to death, but in like the best kind of way. But what excites me even more than doing this is I finally get to work with somebody I've been wanting to work with for a very long time with the next book I'm doing. And that really means the world. Like, I cannot tell you how excited I am. But I also know that shit can happen on both ends, right? And but we've been talking. I'm really excited with the concept. I like what we've come up with, and I can't wait to do this. But I've been waiting for like a year to do this, right? But also I just realized like I had to get my shit together, right? That's the thing. I still have to get some of my shit together, but I'm a lot closer to where I want to be than where I was. So I should be able to do this. So, but again, I've done everything I know how to get to this point. So I'm not mad at myself because again, I've done everything I know how to do. Right? It's when you get in your own way and you fuck it up for yourself. That's when I get pissed at myself because I have no one to blame but myself.
Right.
Well, see, this is our boss. So, you know, producer C, he sets the pace here.
Nita, you've been kind of quiet. You haven't answered anything.
I don't really have an answer. 2019 sucked. It sucked before fucking COVID.
And then somebody came around and challenged you.
Yeah, some bitch fucking interfered with my life, pulled me out of my darkness. I was happy there. I'm trying to find it again. Go away. I was safe there. But anyway, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna bounce because I'm gonna go blow shit up with my kids.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna wrap this up. I might be in
And
agreement.
she has that Crown Royal to finish.
Before you disappear and get hammered, I just want to say it was a pleasure to meet you this year. I've enjoyed what I've done to you. It's been hilarious on my end, but on a personal note, I really enjoyed the conversation with your husband. It was great. A lot of what I said about him, I'm echoing to you. Okay?
All right.
Take care of yourself.
All right, guys.
Nita, I want to make sure that you have all fingers.
Oh, and
tomorrow.
also, Nita, just so you know, you're one of the best things that happened to us in 2021.
You guys are probably up there too. I'm telling you.
We're okay.
No, you're awesome. And I hope this new year brings aching hearts comfort and lonely hearts new friends because I sure needed them this year. And you guys were all perfect timing.
Good.
So
Good.
But I'm out and I'm gonna go blow shit up now. And I might be backstage with somebody somewhere later. I don't know. If not, I'll see you guys next time.
Okay.
Keep holding the
Bye.
Good
night.
Yeah, and I think we're probably going to wrap this up too.
Hey, Mare.
What?
Say it live. I love you.
I love you.
Bye, I'm out.
Come on, everybody. I love you.
I love you.
Hurts. Yeah, my husband just came home from work, so he's checking in on me and everything. But yeah, you know, I'm really looking forward to 2022 because there are a lot of things in the works as far as like collaborating with really cool people, meeting new people, you know, going to events and things like that. And I don't think that would have happened without 2020 and 21, you know, kind of being forced to be enclosed and finding these different routes of communication, you know. And so it's been really cool to meet new people, learn. I mean, the past 2 years for me personally, I never in my life thought I would actually publish comics, you know? And all of a sudden it's like the only thing that I want to do, because my prose, all the words have gone away with these visions of illustrations. You know, in fact, I had gotten myself as a Christmas gift a little.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
It's a big one, you know, because I didn't want it to collect dust, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money in case it was.
Oh yeah, no, those work just fine. You'll have fun with that.
Yeah, so I, you know, just kind of expanding the horizons a little bit, and then of course, JD, I stare at this every day. I do. I stare at this every day.
Oh.
I have not written one word.
I was about to ask. It's like, okay, so it's not for staring.
I know. It was. I kind of, Nita and I talked about it because we both had the book, and we both felt like it was a directive. It was just like, you shall write.
That's right.
Oh,
that's what it's for.
Oh, so how do you label yours? Look at that.
No. These are just printed on there.
Oh,
But-
okay.
Well, sometimes I'll do, I'll put.
Put a sticker or something, like, to keep it organized. Yeah. So I'm looking at this because I do have the voices in my head. And we were talking to Stone Abdullah last night about writing down everything. And I was like, this is such a pretty book. I don't want to junk it up with that shit,
That's what it's for.
I don't want to put that much evidence in the world.
Yeah. The more junked up that is, the more valuable it is to you, because it's what's in your head in a tangible form.
Right.
See, and I have to get over that. Do you guys? All right. So Josh has his.
Right.
Rodney, it sounds like you have yours.
Yeah.
I know JD does. Daphne, you have your.
Yeah, and every time I get a new, it's like, because that's the thing. Once I get a new sketchbook, I have to put something on the front on that first page to break it in as soon as I get it, or else I'm going to end up with a pile of sketchbooks.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. You have to do something on that first page to break it in, so that you kind of ruin it, so then you have to keep going.
That's what I have to do. All right, so I'm going to write.
It was a dark and stormy night. Come on.
I'm going to write
live right now.
Yeah, write your first line for the new year.
There you go. It was a light and breezy day. There you go.
You're right. There you go.
These fuckers made me ruin my book.
Yes, exactly. Whatever
I
it is you
ruined
need
the
to do, just write it. Mess it up.
All right. Let me see.
I bet I should buy her a new one and put it in a package and tape it up.
There you go.
Mail it to her.
There you go.
There you go. So what did we write?
Let's put that up on the big screen if I can.
When there is nothing to write about sex, right? More sex. Look,
I jumped off my book.
There you go. Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
So when in doubt, write about sex. You'll be
Right,
fine.
yeah.
It'll totally be fine.
Well, that's the thing. It's like one of those things where, like I've written an erotica, and it was just like, you can kind of get into that. Like, what's next? It's like, write another sex scene.
Right, yeah, exactly.
There is no
Make
writer's
those
block or
socks
anything like
sexy.
that. Yeah. So 2022, looking forward to that. Only a couple hours left. I'm going to let you guys go so that you can enjoy your evening, watch the ball drop, or whatever it is.
Continue working.
Yeah, I got another show to go to, actually.
Yeah.
But so, listen, Meredith, I did want to say before I go, it was a pleasure meeting you. All the trouble you got into is all mine. Daphne, it was a pleasure to have you on my show.
Thank you.
You got to come back at some point.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mr. JD, I have not really met you yet. We definitely should talk. I got warned you. I'm very good at making an ass of myself. Just ask everybody here. They've all been on my show. So, thank you for meeting. It was a pleasure to meet all of you. It was helped make my year a great one. Thanks, guys. I can't wait to see what you all come up with. And
Yes.
Good luck on your 2022. I'm not going to say stay safe. Screw that. I'm just going to say live your best life, whatever that is.
And keep drawing.
Yeah, definitely.
I solemnly swear.
Yeah.
No, I legitimately, January 2022, I'm doing two things. That top secret project with such and such that I get to finally work with, it's my writing. But my illustrations is going to be, so my next release is called Lights Out. I'm actually doing a lot of I'm writing and drawing it. It's a homage to Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451. So it's a little, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a fun little like release. I'm hoping by May of this year it'll be released. And yeah, I'm absolutely terrified in like the absolute best way.
That's
but
good.
As I said on my door, fear is not a cage; it's a door. The way past through it. So walk into that, whatever that door of fear is. Walk right through it, everybody. Have a great 2022, everybody. Thank you for having me. Happy birthday, Meredith.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you for being here. On that note, you guys, we got to get out of here so that we can enjoy the rest of our evenings. Or, because we're independent creators, we're just going to get back to work.
Yeah,
I jumped
pretty
up
much,
my book. Yeah, I jumped up my book. So I'm going to take this with me to the couch and start writing some of the voices in my head. Get out of there.
See how easy that was? You just had to write one line.
One line.
All one line.
I did it. It is no longer pristine anymore.
We expect 20 pages in the morning.
Yeah.
20 pages in the morning? Oh, man. All right. You threw down the gauntlet. All right, you guys. Final words for for the end of 21. I say, you know what? Fuck you, 21. I'm ready for the new year.
I mean, I don't know. It's like I kind of, you know what? I think more good happened in 2021 than bad. So it's like okay, all right, we're done with you now. Time to move forward.
Yeah, I don't really look back on 21 as detrimental in any way. It was the year of our lives, and we lived and we learned and we grew from it. Right. So that's all I can ask with 22. So.
Yeah. You know what? There's a running term that everyone uses. Don't look behind you. You're not going that way.
Exactly. Always forward.
Yeah.
Yep.
Always forward.
All right, guys. Awesome. Everybody have a safe evening, and let's get together and be crazy in 22.
That's
Absolutely.
Right. Happy New Year's, you guys.
Happy New
Year.
Year.
You so much. Thank you so
Year.
much for all the birthday wishes on Facebook. I had like 140 messages. I love you guys. I will get to you and say thank you. And for everybody else who has tuned in today, I appreciate you. We have Joe D. McPhee, Russell Allen, George Medina was in here, Dustin Vernell, Michaela Jade. Thank you for tuning in the chat. Chris Fisk, holy cow, pirate. What are you doing? Hope you're keeping busy. Stay safe as well. And we are out of here, you guys. Thank you so much. We're gone. All right. Say goodbye to 21. See ya.
Bye 21.
Bye 2021.
Hey there. This is Meredith Loughran with RAGIN. And I wanted to let you know that we encourage and promote independent creators and their projects through organic interaction, consultations, and more. Visit Nita and me at RAGINAVC.com for details and contact information. Hit the button. Final word. Chippy! Why? Thank you to Hazzum Productions, to Rodney and Tina. I appreciate you. Best gift ever. Seriously. Love it. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Happy New Year, you guys. Stay safe. Stay productive. Be kind. Hit the button. We're out of here.
I hope she did. That's